Zuzana?
I am perfect, thank you.
You do know you have a beautiful name, Zuzana.
Thank you so much. A lot of people can't say it here, so I just don't force it on them.
And you go Dr. Zhu.
Dr. Zhu, but Dr. Zhu is like a brand, you know, it's this...
Yeah, but Zuzana is a more apt name. We're going to talk about revenge and punishment. I was talking to these two young ladies the other day, and they were talking about how a man hurts them and they want to punish him. And I'm saying, why do you want to punish people? Their own rejection is their punishment. Let their own karma and fate punish them. If he's done something wrong, if she's done something wrong, let her own fate punish. Why do we have this craving to come back and hurt people in revenge?
Well, by my opinion, number one is you don't trust yourself and you don't trust the universe that that will happen to them. No matter what, if you don't
trust the universe,
if you don't,
interesting.
Yeah, you don't trust the universe.
Yeah.
Because if you can just let go and don't do anything about it, the universe will take care of it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But you don't trust that, so you go out and you start doing and interfering and doing stuff. I did this many times. Okay, I'm not at you know, but because of all that, and I was able to get out of that, I'm a better person.
Did you hurt yourself doing that?
I can, of course. And you know, I got deeply sick and all that, and in one of my
so in your quest to hurt others, you were really hurting yourself.
Basically, yeah, I did that too much early age on, teenagers and up. When I went into my later, I had a very long-term 10-year relationship, which was like a marriage basically, and that was a very interesting, which is taught me tremendously about pain, because he was doing that and I let him put me under emotional terror, but it was nothing which I didn't attract in, because it was teaching me to stand up for myself. I didn't know who I was, but because you don't know who you are, you have to start paying attention to who you are and learn who you are. So you stand up for what you want to do.
So the experience which you're calling emotional terror right now, that's a strong word, emotional terror.
Yes.
So that was really, you were attracting it as a learning process.
Exactly. And everything what happens to us is attracted in as a learning process. And it happened to me...
Whether good or bad, eh?
Right.
So when we go out trying to take revenge or trying to hurt people for what they've supposedly done to us, it's a mistake.
It's a mistake. Correct.
We need to learn to...
You're supposed to sit down and analyze what happened and see what's the learning here for me, for my life to be better.
And move on with that betterment.
And move on with that.
With that betterment.
And this is why I'm asking people who get out of relationships, what is the positive takeaway for you?
And there's always a positive takeaway.
For you. Not for everybody else, what you don't do and you won't do, but the things you will do.
Yeah.
The things you will change on you due to that. The realization you had due to that of how you want to live your life.
Interesting. But see, unfortunately, because in our hatred, in our anger, we forget to see the realization. In our depression of that loss, in our sadness of a lost relationship, in the sadness of a lost parent, in the sadness of a lost sibling or a lost lover, we forget to see that they came into our life for a purpose. They came into our life to take us from here to there. They came into our life to make us better people, to teach us things. And now their job is done in our life. They're moving on, whether in life or in death. And we should just take that learning, become better, and get on with our lives. But in the process of that revenge and that hatred and that anger and that depression, sadness, we forget to learn.
Correct.
And we just fall into this bottomless pit. And
Correct.
But Zuzana, how do you come out of that?
So first of all, let me backtrack. You said a lot of important words there. First word that you said, that we fail to see, or we only see. Correct. Yeah. Because we were conditioned to see only that. If you are conditioned that everything what happens, there is a positive inbuilt message and wisdom in there, and you start focusing on that, you are not going to be going into your pit at all.
You won't be seeing the negative side of it. You'll be learning from it.
You don't even go there. You don't even go there. So once you, because we all get to be on the pit and a bottomless pit, and it feels like a whirlpool, and it's just bringing you all down. So it's a very easy metaphor to say that as long as you stay there, you will be going down there.
Yeah.
So what we say to
It's like quicksand. The longer you stand on it, the deeper
So
you're going to go in.
what are you doing? What do you have to do when you are in a whirlpool and it's pulling you down? Where do you have to swim?
Out of
Swim
the water.
out.
Yeah.
Swim to another direction. Doesn't matter at that moment of a time which direction you are going to swim. Get out.
Just get out of there.
Get out.
Get your bearings later.
That's it. Get your bearings later. Because the moment you took one step, you're already making a movement.
Yeah.
And you are one step away. That stuff is one step behind you. So you can take a breath, take one more step, and you can start refocusing on that. Where am I going? So the first is interrupt yourself. And catching yourself of doing nothing and being sucked down there is the hardest thing. But with the journey, what you are learning, and with the awakening, you are going to realize this sooner and sooner and sooner. So don't expect yourself to do this 100% the next day once you are awakened. No, it's going to be a journey.
You talked about interruption, and next time I like to talk about this interruption, because interruption usually means taking some hard steps, take some unfavorable and unpopular steps.
Depending on how we define the word interrupt.
Interrupt the cycle of misery, interrupt the cycle of pain,
Correct.
Interrupt the cycle of, oh God, what has happened, or what have I lost?
But interrupting addicted pleasure should be an interruption.
Absolutely. We get addicted pleasure.
Yeah,
We get addicted to pain as well.
Correct, because if you were conditioned for pain, your only pleasure is pain.
Yeah, of course. And if you're finding that great beauty in being miserable, there is something you need to do to get out of it. In my opinion, I'm sure Jujana has a few things to say as well. But let's save that for next time. Closing
Great.
notes.
Thank you.